A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to my channel Maths with Mohanty Sir Children. In the last class we were discussing about your Pythagorean triplet. What is Pythagorean triplet? How to check for Pythagorean triplet. Then how hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle or right angle triangle. It was proved in the last class. And before that we had discussed in detail what is Pythagoras theorem and what is the converse of Pythagoras theorem and how to prove it by experimental means or experimental method, not geometric method. It will be taught in class 10. Okay. By experimental method, how to verify, how to prove your Pythagoras theorem, its converse, it was discussed. Then the concept of Pythagorean triplet, how to check whether a triplet is Pythagorean or not. If you are given any two positive integers, how to find the Pythagorean triplet of those two positive integers. Then how to prove that hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. These are the things which we have discussed earlier in the last class. Today we will discuss another interesting thing which we have never read, that is your median and centroid of a triangle. What is median? What is centroid? It is a very important thing. Let us try to understand. Okay. So median and centroid of a triangle is today's topic. Now what is that? Let us understand. Suppose you see, let us take any triangle. Okay. Now as you know, in a triangle there are how many sides? If I ask you, you can easily say, sir, there are 3 sides. If I ask you how many angles, how many vertices, you can easily answer, there are 3 angles, 3 vertices, etc. Okay. Suppose you see, suppose this is a triangle, take any one side. Suppose take one side, say BC. Now midpoint, what is the meaning of midpoint? Midpoint means, you see, suppose this is a line, say 4 cm. Suppose this is a line whose line segment whose length is say 4 centimeter. Okay. Now by midpoint we mean, if this, you see, this point is suppose C. Point C is called midpoint of A and B, or AB you can say. Point C is said to be a midpoint of the line segment AB if it divides the line segment into 2 parts. What does it mean? It means if this is 2 centimeter and 2 centimeter, look at, if the length of AC is 2 centimeter and if the length of CB is also 2 centimeter, okay, then we say that the point C is the midpoint of AB. Okay. So that is the concept of midpoint. Midpoint means a point which divides a line segment into 2 equal parts or 2 equal halves. Okay. This is the concept. Now see, suppose you consider any one side. Our aim is to understand what is median and what is centroid. Okay. So in order to understand median, we must understand what is midpoint. Side and midpoint. Side we came to know there are 3 sides. So you take any one side. Suppose you take the side BC. Now suppose D is the midpoint. Suppose this is the length. You see, length of this line segment is say 6 centimeter. If this is the midpoint, then this will be 3 cm and this will be 3 cm. Okay. Now this is the midpoint. Now look at the 3 vertices. If we are now considering, we have considered which side in this case? In BC. Now D is the midpoint. Suppose D is the midpoint of BC such that BD and CD are same or equal 3 cm each. Now join this midpoint to the opposite vertex. See, join this midpoint. See, D is a midpoint of BC. Now to this midpoint you join. This midpoint you join to the opposite vertex. Which is the opposite vertex? A. So when we join the midpoint of any one side, I have taken BC, you can take AC and AB also. If you join the midpoint of any side of a triangle to its opposite vertex, you will get another line segment. What is the name of this line segment? It is AD, and we call this AD as the median. See. So I hope you understood what is median. What is median? We can say, you see, median is a line segment. No doubt it is a line segment which joins which one? It joins the midpoint of one side of a triangle. It joins, a median is a line segment that joins the midpoint of any one side of a triangle to the opposite vertex. So that is median. So median, what is median? If somebody will ask you how to define, median is that line segment, you can say. It is that line segment which joins the midpoint of one of the sides of a triangle to its opposite vertex. Okay. Now you can ask me, sir, is there any more median possible in this figure or not? Yes, the answer is clearly yes. There are 2 more medians possible. As we considered here the side only BC and we took midpoint D, now consider this side. Suppose E is the midpoint. See, when D is the midpoint of BC, just denoted by this symbol. That means BD and CD are equal. They are equal to 3 cm each. Okay. So D is the midpoint of BC. Now join D to the opposite vertex A. So AD will become one of the medians. Now the point is whether there exists more medians or not. The answer is yes. There are 2 more medians possible because there are 2 more sides also. And we can take the midpoint of AC and AB as well. Let E be the midpoint of AC. So if E is the midpoint of AC, then what will happen? AE and EC will be equal. The length of AE and EC will be equal because E is the midpoint. I just explained here now. Now to this midpoint you join the opposite vertex. Which is the opposite vertex of this midpoint? B. Now you join B and EC. I joined B and E. Look at. So clearly B is another median. See, BE, it is also a median. Okay. Now, still there is another side, namely your AB. Now, suppose you see, suppose this is the midpoint. Let the midpoint of AB, let F be the midpoint of AB. That means F divides AB into 2 equal parts or 2 equal halves. Now suppose the length, that means these 2 are equal. I am giving different symbol. I am using different symbol to show the equality of the 2 line segments. Okay. So here you see F is the midpoint of AB. That means AF and FB, they are equal in length. Okay. Now to this midpoint F, if joined to the opposite vertex C, then the line segment CF, it is said to be another median. So here another median is CF, you see. So in this figure, in this triangle, we got how many medians? We got 3 medians. I hope children you understood what is median. Median is that lines. Median is nothing but a line segment. Median of a triangle means it is a line segment which joins one of the midpoints to its opposite vertex. Okay. So this is the concept of median. Then what about centroid? Look at what is centroid. Now children, if you look at the figure, if you look at the triangle, in this figure or in this triangle, as I told you just now, how many medians are there? The answer is clearly 3. What are they? Or what are the names of those medians? AD, BE and CF. See, AD, BE and CF. These are the 3 medians of triangle ABC. Now if I ask you, these 3 medians, they are passing through this point or not? Look at this point. Suppose name of this point is G. See. So what do you observe? What do you look? What do you see in the figure? We observe that the 3 medians, that is AD, BE and CF, they all are passing through the same point. What is the point? It is G. And they are concurrent. Children, we had read in class 6 about concurrent lines, parallel lines. Yes. What are concurrent lines? Concurrent lines means 3 or more than 3 lines, not 2. 2 lines are never said to be congruent. Okay. They are said to be intersecting, not concurrent lines. 3 or more than 3 lines, if pass through the same point, if they pass through the same point, we say they are concurrent lines. So here AD, BE and CF, all the 3 lines, they are passing through the same point. What is that? That point is G. So G is said to be the point of concurrence, not point of intersection. In case of 2 lines, we say this is the point of intersection. But if it is more than 3, this is intersection, point of intersection. You see, we had read this thing in class 6. Now, what about this? 3 lines, you see I have taken. This is not the point of intersection. This is point of concurrence. Okay. So, in this case also, the 3 medians, they are passing through the same point, which is the point of concurrence of the 3 medians. And that point of concurrence of 3 medians is nothing but your centroid. So here, G in this figure, G is called the centroid. So why it is called the centroid? Centroid of triangle ABC. So what is centroid? It is the point of concurrence. I told you what is point of concurrence. What are concurrent lines? 3 or more lines, if they pass through one point, they are called concurrent lines. And where through which the point through which they pass, the point through which 3 or more lines pass is known as the point of concurrence. So centroid is nothing but the point of concurrence of 3 medians of a triangle. This is the definition of centroid. Okay. Centroid is nothing but the point of concurrence. It is the point of concurrence of all the 3 medians of a triangle, or the point through which all the 3 medians of a triangle pass. is known as your centroid. So in this triangle, G is the centroid, AD, BE and CF are medians. What is median? What is midpoint? What is centroid? I discussed everything in detail and I am sure you must have understood. Okay, what is the concept of median and centroid of a triangle? Now we will discuss some properties of centroid and median. Okay, otherwise it will be incomplete. Okay. However, the proof of all these properties you will find in higher classes in geometry. The geometrical proof of all the properties which I am going to discuss now in class 7 will be discussed in senior classes, because you at this stage you cannot understand the geometrical proof if even I discussed. Okay, so let us not do the geometrical proof, only concentrate on the properties and try to remember, because you have to apply those properties while solving problems. See, so what is the first property of centroid and median? The first property is, you see, suppose if you take an equilateral triangle, you know what is an equilateral triangle? ABC. Suppose ABC is an equilateral triangle, all the three sides equal. Now you draw the three medians, you see. Suppose these are the three medians, your AD, BE and CF. ABC is equilateral triangle. AD, BE and CF are the three medians. You will be surprised, you will be astonished. You can easily prove, but not geometrically. Okay, experimentally you can do. We can do experimental proof of this property. So if you take an equilateral triangle and if you find the three medians, you will be surprised to know that the length of these three medians will be equal. If you measure the length of AD, BE and CF, they will be equal in length. So this can be verified experimentally. You can do it at your home by drawing an equilateral triangle and drawing. I already told you know how to construct equilateral triangle. Draw any equilateral triangle. I told you how to draw the median. I mean how to construct median. What is median? The concept I gave you now. You can easily draw and verify that the three medians of an equilateral triangle are equal. Okay. Now second property. What is the second property? Now you take an isosceles triangle. Isosceles means suppose these two are equal. Look at. Suppose AB and AC are equal. This is an isosceles triangle. Now these are the equal sides. Now to these equal sides, see, AB and AC are the two equal sides of this isosceles triangle. Now to these two equal sides, if we draw one median, see, suppose this is one median BE and this is another median, say CF. Now look at children, here ABC is what triangle? Equilateral triangle. And we have drawn how many medians? Two medians. Which are they? BE and CF. And to which line or to which side of the isosceles triangle we have drawn? We have drawn these two medians, namely BE and CF, to the two equal sides, because I told you AB equal to AC. I told you AB equal to AC. Suppose AB and AC are equal. This is one median and this is another median. That means this part equal and this part equal. Because E is the midpoint of, E will be the midpoint of AC and F will be the midpoint of what? AB. Okay. So if BE and CF are medians, then E and F will be the midpoints of AC and AB. Okay. So now what will be the relation between these two medians, that is BE and CF, if triangle ABC is isosceles? If triangle ABC is isosceles, not equilateral. As I told you, in equilateral the three media, all the three medians will be same, equal in length. You can verify it experimentally. I have told you, you try it yourself. Okay. Now in case of isosceles triangle, if we draw two medians to the two equal sides, what will be the relation between them? Children, you will be happy to, you will be surprised to know again that their lengths will also be equal. That means, you see what I mean to say, if AB equal to AC, if AB equal to AC, then median, you see I am writing here, median BE will be equal to median CF. Okay. The length of median BE will be equal to the length of median what? CF. Okay. That means the two medians drawn to the two equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal in length, or are simply equal, you can say. So this is the second property of median. Now the third property, you see, the third property is again, let us consider another isosceles triangle. Okay. So in isosceles, let us consider another isosceles triangle, say ABC. Suppose this is an isosceles triangle ABC. Isosceles means its two sides will be equal. Suppose AB and AC are equal. Now this is the base, you know already. Okay, because in this chapter, while I started properties of isosceles triangle, I have said that in an isosceles triangle the unequal side is called the base. If these two are equal sides, this is the unequal and hence it is the base. BC is the base. Now to this base, if you draw a median, see, suppose D is the median, suppose AD is the median, then these two will be equal. D will be the midpoint of BC. AB and AC are equal. It is isosceles. Suppose you draw the median to the base, I mean the unequal side or the third side of the isosceles triangle. Then what will happen? The point is, you see children, in case of isosceles triangle, what is the property I am going to tell now? In case of isosceles triangle, if we draw a perpendicular, if we draw a median, the median drawn to the base or the unequal side, what happens? This one is the base, you see here BC is the base, look at, BC is base, AB and AC are equal, it is given, isosceles. Now AD is median, suppose, AD is your median. Now see children, median. So AB and AC equal, ABC isosceles triangle, AD is the median, okay, BC is the base. Now this median is drawn to the base or the third side or the unequal side BC. Now do you know what? You will be surprised to know that this angle will be 90 degree. This will be perpendicular to the base. What I mean to say, if you take an isosceles triangle and if you draw one of the medians to the base, okay, if you draw one of the medians to the base, that median will be perpendicular to the base. You can easily verify experimentally that this angle will be 90 degree. If you see AB equal to AC given, AD is median given, BC is the base, automatically therefore angle ADC and angle ADB, it will be 90 degree. This can be easily verified, okay. And there is another chapter which we are going to read later, that is your congruence triangle. In congruence triangle all these things can be proved easily, okay, with the help of congruency, okay. So at present you remember that in isosceles triangle, the median drawn to the base, a median which is drawn to the base or the unequal side or the third side, whatever you say, okay, it is always perpendicular to the base. This is the third property of median. This is the second property I said, that in isosceles triangle, the two medians drawn to the two equal sides, they will be equal in length. And what is the first property? The first property is about the three medians of an equilateral triangle. In case of equilateral triangle, the three medians, they will be equal in length. You can verify easily if you like so. You try at home, you can easily do. No problem. The geometrical proof of all these we are going to discuss later in senior classes, class 9 particularly, okay. But some things are there which we can prove even using the concept of congruency, which will be discussed later after the chapter, when the chapter congruence of triangle will be discussed, okay. Now the last property of centroid and median is, you see, what is the last property? It is a very important property. What is the last property? As I told you, in a triangle, see children, as I told you, suppose these are the, you see, A, B, C, D, E and F. Suppose ABC is a triangle, AD, BE and CF are the three medians. As I told you few minutes ago, that the three medians of a triangle, they pass through a common point. They are concurrent. They are concurrent lines passing through a point, common point known as point of concurrence. And this point of concurrence, as I told you, it is G. What is G? G is called the centroid, okay. The point of concurrence of all the three medians of a triangle is known as your centroid, as I have already discussed and defined, okay, very clearly just few minutes ago. This is the centroid, okay. Now what will happen? What is the property? Now see, you will be surprised to know, you will be surprised, you will be astonished to know that the centroid G, you see, centroid G of triangle ABC divides each median in the ratio 2:1. What is the meaning? You see, as you know, there are how many medians in this triangle? 3, AD, BE and the third one is CF. What is G? G is the centroid. Why it is centroid? Because it is the point of concurrence of all the three medians. Now what does this property say? This property says that this G will divide each median. That means G will divide AD, G will divide BE, G will divide the median CF, all the three medians in this ratio. So what is the meaning of that? That means if G divides AD in the ratio 2:1, mathematically we will say that AG is to GD will be equal to 2:1. So what does it mean? You see, this is AG, this is GD. AG and GD, the ratio will be 2:1. That means if AG is 2 parts, GD will be 1 part. Okay. Similarly, G will divide BE into 2:1. That means BG is to GE will be again 2:1. Similarly, CG is to GF. It will also be equal to 2:1. See, what is the meaning of this property? I have shown it mathematically here. Centroid divides each median in the ratio 2:1. What is the meaning? AG is to GD 2:1, BG is to GE 2:1, CG is to GF 2:1. Then only we say that the centroid divides each median of a triangle in the ratio 2:1. It's proof, children. I cannot explain you now. Even if I explain, you will not be able to understand. It is not there in your course. Okay, it will be taught in detail geometrical proof in class 9. So children, this is the concept of what? Median and centroid and different properties of median and centroid which I discussed, and I am sure whatever I explained you must have understood, because I tried my level best to explain you the thing, the concept very clearly through different examples. You must have understood. If it is really so, then I must say, children, you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, I will discuss more about this chapter in the next class. Thank you.